Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. So, look down at the title box below, and you'll pretty much see where I've come. So, let's go ahead and get on started. I might as well talk about everything about KaijuForceNeo. Essentially, it is in fact an independently operated business that's been owned by me, produced by me, and handled by me, plus some other people here and there whom I've had work with me throughout the last 15 years. That's right. The business itself was established on January 1st, 2005. And at the time, it wasn't really called KaijuForceNeo until about 4 years later, sometime after I had started my first ever Twitter account back in August of 2006. More than a year after I had started, well, the brand itself. Initially, it was known as Wandoff, because after all, Wanda was the name of a rare black species of fish that I had gotten as a gift, at least a year prior to that. But at the time that I started Wandoff, Wanda was still alive, until eventually dying of natural causes near 2006. So nearly a year later, after Wandoff was originally started, and then by 2009 was when I decided to just simply name the brand itself after what my Twitter username was called. And so, that's officially when KaijuForceNeo first entered the world itself. But of course, I'm still crediting the first ever establishment date of it on January 1st, 2005, just for the reason, the fact that, well, of course, anybody can simply rebrand it by changing the name of the brand itself without actually having to re-establish something. So that's pretty much just an introduction to it itself. But of course, there's a lot of other things about it. KaijuForceNeo currently has 5 different chains of it altogether. There's a chain based on filmmaking, there's a chain that is based on reviews, whether it be online domains or whatnot. There's a chain based on conceptualizing and inventing. There is a chain that is based on the social media aspect of it, which of course is the main reason why to this day I still have multiple social media accounts of it, and KaijuForceNeo has crossed over into multiple different social media platforms, from YouTube to Twitter to Instagram to Vine, which has now been defunct. In case you want to learn more about it, then well, go ahead and check out another episode about it. As well as Tango, which is a streaming platform, in which case that I have not really used in some time now, and quite a few other different social media platforms out there. But of course, if there's a few that I'm never going on, it would be Musical.ly, TikTok, or Snapchat. End of story there. And of course, the 5th and final chain that I currently have for KaijuForceNeo itself is known as URG, Urban Rural Groundskeeping. It's currently operating on a set of some senior housing in a street known as Cleveland Avenue. There are a few people out there who are in dire need of some assistance, and that, of course, is where URG pretty much came into play. And so, that's pretty much just the basics about KaijuForceNeo and the branches of the business itself that you need to know about. But of course, the main reason why KaijuForceNeo is currently existent here in this time, in this generation, and the fact that I'm only 21 and I'm still handling a 15-year-old business like that. Of course, many people would ask, how on earth could I simply just do something like that? Well, the answer is simple. Because I need to make a living. A big one. KaijuForceNeo is going to offer a lot of opportunities for anyone out there who's looking for a job and who's looking for a career. Of course, there will be a while before I have some time to develop some other branches of chains for it, a 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and even 10th chain for it. But of course, until that happens, I still got those 5. Of course, they all revolve around filmmaking and photography, social media handling, reviews, concepts and inventing, and lawn care. That's basically just all I have at the moment. But as time will pass, I'll certainly have more for it. In the last 15 years, and the fact that I've gotten this far, if there's 2 things that need to change, it'd be a company logo as well as an official mix. That's right. I've made myself an album worth 243 songs from other artists and bands over the last few generations. Several decades, in fact. 243 songs, and I call it KaijuForceNeo's Ecstatic Mixover. It's primarily going to be used on an animated series project, which of course will encompass to the filmography and stuff and the like, that chain in particular. Of course, they don't really have exact names for them, but of course I will try and find that out because, after all, URG Lawn Care by KaijuForceNeo. That's just one particular way to put it together because, after all, it's just like with Dasani Water by Coca-Cola or Surge by Coca-Cola or anything else. Basically little subsidiary products that are owned by a certain parent company. URG Lawn Care is, of course, the landscaping or lawn care based business that's owned by KaijuForceNeo, my parent company. And as for everything else, then well, they're all owned by me in particular because I happen to do a lot of things for them. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of other stuff that I am in fact going to have some people hired to probably handle on it, but until that happens, it's just all about me. I'm on my own at this point. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel with everything that's been happening so far. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.